you could start to feel a shift. I've been saying, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change, and it will, based on that character. But also, probably more importantly, what you're going to find is just ushering a new era into the DC universe. I've been a DC from birth. DC boy, now I'm a DC bigger boy, still a boy. But you could start to feel some really nice momentum and just a shift in ushering a new anti-hero era into the DC universe.
I know what you did. You're a damn predator. All right, just get the hell out of here. I got a goddamn
Hey, the one thing you do care about. Okay, then I quit as your son.
Hello everyone, this is Peak Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and we're quickly going to talk again about Black Adam and why it failed to succeed as a movie, and also whether it was a false manipulation of fans to overall promote a film. Now there could be spoilers for the movie throughout, so just beware when going into this video, and you can check out both my non-spoiler and spoiler reviews of the film within the description, and I'll leave some links in there. So recently then, on the 21st of December 2022, actor Dwayne JOhnson, who played the Black Adam character of course, dropped an Instagram post essentially confirming that Black Adam, or indeed his version of Black Adam, will not be continued by James Gunn in his new era of DC movies going forward. In the post, he stated how he's known James Gunn for many years and how he's always rooted for both DC and Marvel to succeed. He was very proud of the Black Adam project and that he will look upon the fan reaction of the movie with tremendous gratitude. So in terms of the post itself, it was very gracious and professional. Some people have tried to read more into it, but I really didn't see any issues in terms of the overall message that he put out. It is of course a further confirmation that James Gunn will indeed be rebooting the DC universe going forward. We of course already got indication of this a couple of weeks ago with the controversial announcement of Henry Cavill not returning to his role as Superman, despite him announcing him returning about 7 weeks ago. Now, we've covered the Black Adam box office performance extensively on this channel, and despite arguments to the contrary, even from the actor himself, the film absolutely was a financial flop, failing to gross at least $400 million worldwide from a budget of around $200 million, and that's even before you add on marketing costs. So it was a flop without any question. But numbers aside, when we look at the Black Adam failure, there is a wider discussion about manipulation of fans in order to just boost the movie's box office. Now, for anybody who's followed the movie's promotion, during the hype there was such a massive push about a new era of the DC universe. How many times have we had that statement recently? How they had to fight so long for this movie and getting back Henry Cavill as Superman. I stated previously that the main flaw in terms of the marketing is that there was very little emphasis on the Black Adam character himself, in terms of his backstory or his powers, his ultimate role as either a hero or an anti-hero or a villain. There was no references in depth about the Justice Society of America. So as far as general audiences knew, it was a Dwayne JOhnson blockbuster and nothing else. Okay, so they tried to hype up the DC universe and a hierarchy of power changing, but as we all know, the DCEU has never connected to audiences the way that the MCU has. So any statements about the broadening of the DC universe is really appealing to a small niche audience. But the real question or issue here is that, was all of the promotion fake? Was it all just empty promises and typical marketing soundbites about a large universe without anything confirmed or concrete? And in a way, this has been proven with the cancellation of both Black Adam and Superman. Dwayne JOhnson was hyping up the fans with all of these empty promises, Black Adam fighting Superman, and all amongst all of this promotion, he fully knew that there was a possibility that none of it would happen. And it opens that wider discussion again in terms of modern day fandom about how fans focus much more on what could happen in the future rather than what's happening currently, and I think Dwayne JOhnson and his team very much played on that mindset. It's been argued that Zack Snyder, despite leaving the Snyderverse, has also played the same tactics in terms of his cryptic posts on social media. Now in terms of Black Adam, what they really should have done is focus solely on the movie that they were putting out, rather than promising fans of something they hadn't yet seen or indeed hadn't been confirmed in terms of the plans going forward. Now, of course, if things were planned and structured properly with everybody on the same page, then nothing would be announced until after the movie comes out. In fact, in terms of any reboot initiatives or whether we stay with the current universe, nothing would have been announced at least until the Flash movie came out. So in that sense, it would have given other movies released prior that sense of relevancy, which then could have maintained the hype for other fans to go and watch. But then again, this is Warner Brothers, and I've stated multiple times on social media that this still remains the biggest fumbling of any iconic IP or franchise, even worse so than the Star Wars franchise. But at the same time, at the very least, James Gunn has been swift in terms of what's not continuing, so at least we've had some sort of sense of clarity. And then it seems his never-ending battle against individuals on social media, I do believe that this is the plan for James Gunn, in that he's trying to wipe away all of the more negative and toxic fans before he goes about setting his own direction going forward for the DC universe. Now, whether he's going into this too deep, we'll probably discuss in another video. But in terms of Black Adam himself, the character may return in any DC reboot. Personally, I wouldn't be holding out your hopes for any immediate return. I think it may be way further down the line, as Black Adam isn't what I would consider an A-list or a B-list or maybe even a C-list character within a DC hierarchy. He was primarily a Shazam villain, of course. And for me personally, if this was done properly and the DC universe was functioning the way it should have done, I still feel that Black Adam, especially with the presence of Dwayne JOhnson, could have been built up as a Justice League villain, taking on Shazam first, and then perhaps seeing his origin story before building up to then take on the Justice League in a massive crossover movie. I still think that would have garnered the best way of success if, of course, the universe was functioning properly as what it should have done, but of course it hasn't worked out that way in the long run. So again, it represents another missed opportunity within the DC universe, and I suppose in terms of Dwayne JOhnson, he will just swiftly move on to his next big project and quickly forget about DC, his involvement, and any supposed plans of a new power hierarchy or new era within the DC universe. So that's my overall thoughts and feelings on the recent announcement that Dwayne JOhnson as Black Adam will probably not be involved in any future plans regarding the DC universe held by James Gunn. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this announcement was already in play following the cancellation of Henry Cavill's Superman? And does this even cement the news further that we are indeed rebooting the DC universe? And does it mean that we will no longer see the likes of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman? Jason Momoa will have his last outing as Aquaman. Goes the same for Zachary Levi as Shazam. And shortly afterwards, everything will be wiped away in the Flash movie, and then we can move forward after that. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and indeed if we get any further announcements in terms of headlines regarding the DC universe, which at the moment is seeming like a daily update at this stage, then I'll also provide further commentary on this channel. But if you have any other movies or television or any other issues that you'd like to see me cover as well on this channel, then also let me know within the comments, and I will see if I can provide further commentary for you on those topics in the future. Please also hit and like those subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon.